Welcome to Music Ed All In, the podcast for music education majors and young music education professionals. Coming at you from Northeastern Ohio, I'm your host, Kevin Neese. It's time to go all in. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 10 of Music Ed All In. It has been an absolute privilege to make this podcast with you all. The feedback has been super, and I just greatly appreciate all of the support that you guys have provided during this crazy, chaotic time, and I'm glad that you're enjoying the content that is being put out. Today, I want to simply just talk about what Music Ed All In is going to look like in the future for not only our podcast listeners, but people that are on our YouTube channel. So we are going to go ahead and call episode 10 the end of season 1, and we are going to go ahead and continue with the podcast. We're going to go ahead and keep creating this awesome content, and we're going to go ahead and keep it relevant for you all that are listening. As for the YouTube channel, we are going to go ahead and do something slightly different. Rather than just simply broadcasting the podcast, we're going to go ahead and do something that's more geared towards the YouTube listener. And we're going to still provide different, insight mentoring for individuals, not only that are, younger, still studying music education, but for everybody, year 35 to year 1, whatever you may be. And we're going to talk about things like recruitment. We're going to talk about literature selection. We're going to talk about classroom management skills. We're going to talk about being the best music educator you can be by utilizing this great resource that's going to be online. For our YouTube listeners, you can definitely tell that YouTube is definitely shorter snippets of information. It might be something 5 to 10 minutes versus a 25-minute, to possibly even an hour episode. So if you're more of a YouTube person and you definitely want to listen into both sides of the spectrum, definitely check out our YouTube channel, which is simply just Music Ed All In. Be sure to subscribe and check that channel out as well. If you've been on the podcast, things to look forward to as we dive into summer, we're going to be talking about marching band. We're going to be talking about how to possibly start up in the fall. We're going to be talking about what you're going to do with your beginners if you're able to start in the fall. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things in these next upcoming episodes, and it's going to be a great treat diving into season 2. I can't believe I'm saying that, it's just super cool. When I started making this podcast, I'm going into my 5th year of teaching. I don't have all the answers. I am not this perfect, pedagogue or, this person who knows all of this tremendous information. I'm just sharing what I do know. And if you're getting one thing out of every episode, I'm super stoked for you. And I'm super stoked that you are, diving into this career, because we all know it's a wacky one and it can be absolutely insane on different days of the week, especially now. But I'm just thrilled that you guys have been along for the ride and that you guys have enjoyed what has been put out so far. And I'm going to enjoy continuing to put this out, and get it out to all of our listeners, whether you're more of a YouTube person or you're, listening to this podcast right now. I did want to tell you, after this episode today, there is actually going to be a brief break in the action. I know next weekend is Father's Day, and it's actually my birthday, which will be fun, stay socially and physically distant from family, but still getting to see them, which I'm really, really looking forward to next week. And then I know the week after that, my wife and I are actually going on just a small socially distant vacation and kind of removing ourselves, from everything for a little bit, which will be super fun, and we're looking forward to it. So over the next couple of weeks, you might not be hearing new content, but if you have a friend or somebody that you think you might benefit from listening to this, definitely share it with them. We're on Buzzsprout. If you go there, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podchaser. It's on everything. And if you want to check out different things that are happening for Music Ed All In, be sure to check out the Facebook page, Music Ed All In, along with the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to that yet, I highly recommend it, because I think you're going to be really, really happy with the content that's coming through on that medium as well, along with all of the great podcast information that you're getting right here. So if I can offer one little bit of insight as you're diving into your summers, enjoy the little bit of it that you get, music educators. It is a crazy time. Get out of your house, get in the sun, check out the water, do what you got to do, remove yourself, go camping, enjoy the time that you do get with yourself. And if you are able to see your family from afar, as we're still practicing safe social distancing and all that fun stuff, and enjoy the time that you get and take it easy. And we'll dive into new content and talk about how we can prep for the fall here in the next couple weeks. So be sure to stay tuned on all of the platforms, and I'll catch you later. Take it easy, everybody. Hey guys, thanks again so much for listening. If you liked this video, please feel free to subscribe. If you're more of a visual person, feel free to subscribe right on YouTube. If you're more of just wanting an audio, if you're that person that likes to ride in their car, be sure to check out Buzzsprout, iTunes, and Spotify. If you like to email, feel free to email musiced.allin@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the Music Ed All In Facebook page for updates, trailers, and more. Take it easy, gang, and always go all in.